Alright, so if it gets in my face. So I'm using right now the A7R to film this, so it's gonna be kind of a video showcasing two different things. The A7R's video capabilities, some of its AF capabilities, and mainly I'm just gonna show a few test shots using various frame rate options on the A7 III and combined with the Sigma 24-105 art lens and the MC-11 I have right here. This is what it looks like. It's a pretty big setup. It's quite heavy. The bigger grip of the A7 III makes it easier to carry this more comfortably. From what I saw, the AF is really good in video. In stills, it's good as well. I didn't try that as much, but it's very fast, very responsive. The tracking, I tried to use the center tracking option of the A7 III. It tried to keep up. I was shooting with an ND filter, so because I really wanted to see that it was keeping track, like it was keeping focus on the subject I was trying to track, and sometimes it did okay, sometimes it didn't, sometimes it couldn't keep up. I'm sure it's better, that type of performance is better with the native lenses. I did try the responsive and fast AF options. It made somewhat of a difference in some instances. I tried the 120 frames per second option, the 60 at 24, some 4K, not much because my computer doesn't handle it very well when I try to edit it. I did a couple low light tests, I guess. I'm gonna be showing those unedited. I'm still not used to the log picture profiles. The S-Log3 is kind of hard to work with because straight out of the camera it looks noisy. I've been reading about it. Apparently it's not that it's noisy, and some say that you have to adjust it and that you have to denoise it, and but I did notice that the dynamic range is a big difference from what I used to get on the A6000 and the A7R. The Panasonic, of course, those don't have very high dynamic range unless you go to the G85S, and then it doesn't really compete with like the A7S and this A7 III. Another thing I noticed after using it for a couple days, something very weird actually, is that the menu, it's kind of laggy, like scrolling through the menus. There's a little bit of a delay from when you push the button to when the scroll actually occurs, compared to the A7R and the A6000. Those are actually like almost immediate, but with this one for some reason there's a bit of a delay. It's a bit slow. You wouldn't expect that from a newer camera, but the menus are still as confusing. They don't really make sense. Like if I'm looking for something, I expect it to maybe be in a section of the menu and it's somewhere else. I hate that I can't set a custom button or the custom menu to choosing my resolution for video and my frame rates. I can do that in my G85, and I'm sure a lot of the Panasonics have that option where you have the quick menu that pops up at the top. You can choose your resolution from there. I wish I had that, because when I'm in video, I find myself changing from 24 to 120 FPS and so on, depending on what I'm trying to film and the lighting levels and all that. So that's all I have to say for this combination. It works very well. It worked very well on my other cameras. In terms of continuous AF in video and single and continuous AF in stills. when I used this on the A7R, it was actually fairly okay. For stills, it was pretty decent. Not for fast moving stuff or tracking or anything like that. In video, it was okay. I actually bought this lens because I wanted a full frame lens for the A7R, and I also wanted something for video that was stabilized, and it worked okay. But it's an f4 lens, and it didn't perform as well as I wanted it to perform in low light. Of course, the A7R is not very good in low light, but I did get the advantages of the f4 constant aperture and the steady shot, not the steady shot, the OS of the Sigma lens. I didn't, in the end, I didn't end up using it much because it's heavy, it's f4. I prefer my faster lenses. Also wanted to show the AF of the A7R with the 30mm f1.4 Sigma contemporary lens. I guess it's a native lens, so the AF should be better than an adapted lens, and you can see it. It can actually, when it does get focus, it can be maybe not there. Sometimes it's fast, sometimes it's slow. That's another thing that I didn't like when I tried to use this for video with AF. I always ended up using video with focusing manually. There's also the fact that maybe not enough contrast in this scene, and this is a contrast detect based system. But when it does detect, I don't see a lot of hunting from where I am in this monitor. Sometimes it does hunt, but compared to the G85, I would say that this is better than the G85 in continuous AF, because the G85 will see your face, you'll see the square on the screen, it'll cross your eyes, so it knows your face is there, it knows where you are, and it will still not focus on your face. Like, it will take a while, and you just give up. That's why I don't really like using my G85 for these types of videos, because I like showing the product close to the camera and for it to focus. So what I was using before was mainly the A6000, because that one has very good video AF. The A7R not so much, as you can see, but at least it doesn't hunt like the G85 does. The G85 does. Even when it has my face, like it's focused on my face, you can still see it like in the corners. It's constantly trying to focus, and it just wasn't good enough. But anyway, it's a lot of talking. This video, a bit of a test of the A7R to show the AF in video mode. When it works well. When it doesn't, it takes a while. And yeah, this is just one of the tests I'm gonna be doing with this camera. With the other cameras that I mentioned in my previous video, I am going to be doing more tests with those cameras. But now I'm mainly using this because, well, new camera hype. But I did say that I'm gonna get rid of all my other cameras, so I should start doing tests with that. I'm gonna be having this for a very long time, so I'll have all that time to test it. Next is all the videos. I'm gonna put a text description showing what I used in terms of frame rates and resolution and all that. Also, there's gonna be a shot using most of the shots are gonna be using this lens, the 24-25. But I'm gonna put a shot there using the 18-35 in full frame mode, because I saw online that it does work, and you be the judge. So that's it. Enjoy the footage, and let me know if anyone has any questions related to the gear I'm gonna be reviewing, the A7 III, the A7R, and yeah. Until the next video. Does it get my face? Yep. So on to the next video. Thinking of her.